This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. We're doing another video review today. Today's flavor is called Meteoric Download Manager, and this is an app that is yet to be released. Hopefully by the time this review hits YouTube, it will have been. It comes out June 30th. So yeah, I'd be anxious to see that one come into the App Store, but at the moment we got a sneak peek ready for you. So we're going to show you all the details about what this app has to offer. But before we get there, let me just give a quick explanation of what Meteoric Download Manager has to offer. And essentially what this app does is it's a third-party download app, so to speak, for internet content. That is to say, since mobile Safari is locked down harder than Fort Knox and it's really hard to download content, well, the developers have opted to create this, which is a download manager for all the content that you find on the internet. They advertise this app as having the ability to download pretty much anything you can run across, on the World Wide Web. And for the most part, they're right. I, tried all kinds of different file formats during the review, and for the most part, this thing succeeds with flying colors. There are quite a few design issues that we'll talk about in just a second, but on the whole, as a download manager, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better one, actually. Downloads were quite speedy, and like I said, most file formats, including .zips or zips, worked fine, which was quite the boon for this app, as those don't work in the native mobile Safari, much to the chagrin of pretty much everyone. So let's go ahead and show you some of the features here. This app really is quite feature-rich. Probably the best way to show you this straight off the bat is to go to the settings. Sorry for the speed. This is a little bit slow on this older generation iPod, and that is not due to the app. So if you notice any lag, that's what's going on. This app does offer, what's it called? I'd say browser modeling, or perhaps browser impostoring. And as you can see, I've got this set up to impersonate Chrome at the moment, but you can set it to whatever you like. You have Safari browser, IE, Opera, Firefox, or the default mobile browser. And this prevents, all of this, say different sites loading in just the mobile version when perhaps you like the desktop version better, like in Chrome. As I do, so that's why I've got that set there. There are all kinds of different options, some more interesting than others. You've got typical stock fare like lock rotation, offline mode, status bar, an ad block, which I thought was nice, that's on here. Get rid of those pop-ups. You can change the default search engine. This looks a lot like Safari, excuse me. It looks a lot like mobile Safari. We'll show you that in a second, but you can change the search bar to search for something different than Google. They've got a couple different options, all of them great, typical stuff that you'd find on the internet. So it's nice that that's there. As far as other settings go, you've got the ability to clear out the browser as far as cache, history, and cookies. And on a similar note, we've got the privacy setting, or as we like to call it, the porn mode. Yeah, so that's there if that's your kick. And let's see, even an ambience awareness for the mobile media player, which is nice. Lots of customization available, and essentially, if you want a setting, it's here, which is great for an in-app browser and download managing utility. So with that in mind, let's go straight into the downloading aspect of this app. That is why anyone would get it. And essentially that's what most people are going to be interested in, so we'll go ahead and dive straight in. We're going to go to the history really quick. I'll show you how this downloading works. It's really an intuitive process. We did a quick beer search on Wikipedia earlier, just finding a quick file to download, and that'd be a photo. So here we go. Once this loads, if you'll notice that this did load up into the mobile version of Wikipedia, even though I'm supposedly impersonating Chrome using the Chrome tag. So I don't know what's up with that. I think it's Wikipedia just being sneaky, actually, but it is what it is. So here's the beer page in Wikipedia, and as you can see, we've got a file right here, and let's say we want to download this. So we just hold for a little bit, and then this nice little pop-up comes up, and these pop-ups are all over the app, and they're fantastic. They look great, and it's just a neat way to use the user interface to advance the app's purpose, and that is downloading stuff. So you can either save the image, or you can add it to your bookmarks, which we'll show you in the magic bar in just a second. That's pretty cool. Or you can copy the link URL, or more importantly, we've got this download button, so let's just hit that. Then it'll ask what you want to call it and where you want to save it to. We're just going to save it to the root folder. And typically I've just been hitting the default file name. Be sure to name the thing with the appropriate extension. That is to say, this is a JPEG, so we're going to save it as a JPEG. If you don't, it won't open, which is kind of bothersome as far as design goes. As we mentioned, that's one of the design flaws that we're less than pleased with, but at the same time it makes sense. So just watch out for that. So we're going to hit OK, and then it's going to start the download. To find your downloads, just hit the little download queue down here, which I accidentally did not hit. Okay, there we go. And then here's all of your recent downloads. To get rid of them, just simply hold and then hit clear all or clear this if you want to be more specific and just get rid of one instead of nuking all of them, purging your downloads. Also, there's a media player involved here for any MP3s that you have. I was a little disappointed that this media player doesn't play more formats like .waves, but at the same time, you know, iOS is kind of locked down in that regard, so that's okay. And but there isn't much incentive to use this other than, I suppose, just keeping a convenient way to have all of your downloads played in one spot. You can create playlists, which is kind of nice. But again, why you would use this over your iPod, I'm not really sure, other than just the convenience of not having to move files to the iPod app and then back and forth. And you know, they're all right here. So once you've downloaded an app, let's go find downloaded a file. Let's go find it here in our file manager, and this is the main feature of the app, so to speak, is the file manager. This is where you're going to spend a lot of your time with this app, perusing your downloaded content. You can create all kinds of different folders. We're just using the main root folder, but you know, you could very easily, using this tab straight at the top, create more folders. And this is a fantastic way to view all of the content that you've downloaded. It works great. If we just pop one of these things, I think this is the one, the beer. We got to find the beer photos. It will load up in the file preview, or at least it should. It's not currently at the moment. So we'll go back and try a coffee picture that I downloaded earlier. So there that is. You know, this works fantastically. The file preview does work for pretty much every format that we could think of, including all kinds of different video formats. Only the ones supported by iOS, though. This is not a a Cinex player or anything like that. So if you're looking for a straight video player, you know there are better utilities out there. But at the same time, this one did work fantastically for pretty much everything we could find out on the internet. And that pretty much does it, other than a few other pretty, I'd say, out there but interesting features. You can do Facebook, I cannot talk today with my brand names. You do get Firefox Sync, which would sync all of your bookmarks and things like that. And as well, you get Dropbox syncing for all of your files, which is a nice way to make sure that your files stay synchronized. And if that doesn't do it for you, you can also, using the download manager, do this file sharing via IP server, which is really easy to set up. Just simply hit that, and then it gives you the IP number to connect to, which is a great way to share files between your computer and the app. And also you can share stuff to Facebook as well. So that wasn't a total flub, right? So at the end of the day, Meteoric Download Manager is a fantastic way to save stuff that you find on the internet via your iPhone, which is a feature that's not usually available in the App Store or the stock offerings, that is, with mobile Safari. So at the end of the day, it's a great utility. The in-app browser is just so-so, it's okay. It's not the speediest we've ever seen, and it does have just pretty basic controls. Quick search bar there, and then the forward and backward controls, just a basic URL at the top. But as far as the app goes, that's not going to be the main focus. The main focus is the excellent download capabilities, and with all of these available features, it's a great way to go. So at the end of the day, we're going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating. This is Meteoric Download Manager, soon to be released on June 30th. So if you need a very robust download utility for the iPhone or the iPad too, this is a universal app once it's released. This is a great way to go. It's got a ton of features. It's very easy to sync files once they're here between your desktop or other mobile utilities, things like that. So with that in mind, 4 out of 5 stars for Meteoric, and a hearty recommendation if you have a need for a good download utility on the iPhone or for iOS. So, this has been Luke Patrick reviewing for the iPhoneAppReview.com, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, check our YouTube channel for more video reviews, or go to the iPhoneAppReview.com for heaps of written ones. So, thanks for tuning in, you guys, and we'll check you later. Bye.